Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sibuka ama reality shows ethu alla eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senze ama reviews ama recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga any other issues avuka mangabe lama shows sesiwabukile ku TV. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhuluma ngama celebrities ethu alla eMzansi bese siphinda sikhuluma ngama YouTubers ethu alla eMzansi. If it's your first time joining us today and you really like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese press the notification bell subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo mangabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. There's also a join button for those who want to be members of the channel. There's a thanks button for those who want to give money to the channel. Thank you so much to everybody that watches adverts agule channel. Okay guys, listen, the truth has been made. Jozitube production and Owamie Entertainment. Why are you changing lights? And Owamie Entertainment have made peace, you guys. I can't even say finally because it wasn't long. I'm so glad ukuthi basheshe bayiresolve. It didn't last as long as amanye ama beef like YouTube have taken. Khona ama beef that we wish ukuthi they could just settle, but they're not being settled. So yes, you guys, they have talked and they have forgiven each other. So this was after Jozitube had made a video. Owamie had the divorce party. Obviously all of us were talking about the divorce party. All of us were talking about the fact that she just announced that she's opening a salon, and she made a comment on one of her videos that didn't sit well with a lot of people and didn't sit well obviously with Owamie. And then the following day Owamie released a video talking about that issue and just basically not understanding why Jozitube had done that video. I also did do a video, and my video was not for the viewers as such, it was for the creators, because I was surprised that after Jozitube did the video there were so many people that were calling her out. But we've had so many other situations here on this platform where people are doing things but they are not being called out. My video was to the creators, and the way that people were so emotional about it to people that were not even creators. It was I was not shocked, but I was like, guys, I'm talking to the creators, okay? And yes, so after that Jozitube did a live where she was basically explaining a situation. And at the time, because after I had done my video, I felt like people misunderstood the fact that I wasn't talking to the viewers as such. I was talking to the creators. So I had a video planned where I was going to be reading the comments and responding to the comments on a video, so that I could actually explain what my video was meant for the creators. Because I was asking the creators, are we going to correct and moderate each other on this platform? And if we're going to do it, let's be fair, because there are other things that are going on this platform that are not being corrected. And I did make examples about what Owamie herself had done herself that has not been positive, that people haven't called her out on. And of course people understood the video the way that they understood the video, but this is YouTube, you guys, we can't even take it personal. So I had that video planned, but after I watched Jozitube's live where I think the video is called The Truth According to My Understanding. This is the live, not the one where she's apologizing. And on that live, I remember when I was on it, and obviously at that time she is still getting attacks from whom we really just assuming is ninjas, because sometimes, you guys, I know that a lot of the times previously I've assumed that when you get attacked like that after talking about Owamie, it's ninjas. But sometimes I wonder, like, is it really just ninjas? Or other people take the opportunity as well to attack you, and they know that you're just gonna say that it's the ninjas. But I guess other people would admit that I am a ninja in the comment section or whatever. But she was still getting those attacks. Even as she is doing the live, she is getting people are attacking her. And it was a lot. I don't know how she dealt with it, because I will be having some breakdown. Honestly, it was a lot, because Even after I had done my video, on my comments, people are calling me Jozitube, because I've had that thing as well, where people were convinced that I am Jozitube. They think that our voices sound alike, I guess. And I think mhlawumbe masikhuluma isiZulu, because we are both from KZN, people think that we speak alike. And before I would just take it as a joke, but when the video had come out and people started coming after me for that video, I felt like, Aibo, it's not me. So there is a video at Jozitube that I had watched previously where she's showing her face. So I shared that video on my community post, really to say, guys, we are two different people. Because I feel like sometimes maybe people are attacking her because they really think it's me and they're upset about the previous videos that I did, or they're attacking me thinking I'm her because of the videos that she's done. So I wanted people to understand we are two different people. We are not the same people. So people were thinking I'm doing that video to defend myself because I'm Jozitube, but that is just a few people, you guys. It was crazy. So when I was watching her live, I really just felt like she felt it almost like I could feel like she had anxiety. I felt like she was stressed about the situation, because initially when she posted on a community post and she was like, what, I'm taking my kids to school, let me laugh about this later, I was like, okay, no, she's not affected that much. But when she was doing her live, you guys, I was like, this is the first time I hear Jozitube sounding the way that she was sounding. She sounded like this is something that is really stressing her out. And one of the things that she kept saying was, I don't know what to do now because this has been blown out of proportion. I really wish that Owamie could have picked up a phone and called me. When I made a video, I really wasn't paying attention that much. Had she called me, I would have just removed the video or removed that part of the video. And a lot of the people were saying, just apologize, just apologize, just apologize. The thing about an apology is that a person has to reach a point where they feel like they have something to apologize for. And at that time, I didn't feel like she had reached that point. But I think that for me, what made me hold back on making more videos on the situation at the time was to hear her voice and hear how heavy she was feeling about the situation. So I decided to hold back and just see how things settle, you guys. But the attacks never stopped, really. The attacks never stopped. They never stopped on a community post. Every time she posted, there was somebody coming after her. She got to a point where on the live, when she's sharing her story, because she obviously had to explain where her relationship with Owamie comes from, where they get to where they got, where Owamie is bigger and she's smaller, how she took a break because she had kids, and also she had an unfortunate situation where she lost her child. People were even using that situation to come after her. So at some point, it just got to be a lot. It just got to be a lot. That's why I didn't do the second video that I was going to do. Believe me, it was ready at that time. So yesterday when she was doing her live, I was busy with something because obviously it's one of those weekends when I do not have a caretaker for my baby. So when she was going live, I couldn't join her on a live. I only joined later when she was already promoting other channels, which she does now and then when she does her live. She's one of those YouTubers that don't mind actually just promoting other creators without expecting anything in return. So when she was done with the live, I just went back and watched it, and the live was about her apologizing and also say that they have settled this whole beef because they did have a conversation, both of them, which is a good thing, you guys. She does, the way that she explains it is that Owamie, after she had done the live, I don't know about the time frame of how long after she had posted a live that Owamie called, but Owamie called her, and they had sisters had a good conversation, positive conversation. Owamie asked her what the problem was, and they talked about what both their issues were, and they decided that they were just going to, she apologized to Owamie and explained her situation. And it sounds to me that Owamie accepted the apology, and moving forward, they decided that each of them is going to do what they feel it's comfortable for them moving forward, you guys, moving forward. I really do think that it was very mature of Owamie to call Jozitube, because in this situation, in the last video, in the video that Jozitube did, obviously she was the one that was done wrong, so people would expect that Jozitube would be the one to call. But I think also for Jozitube it had become difficult because of the video that Owamie now had done. And one of the things that other people were commenting on was that Owamie, when she had that issue with Ricky, she had said that Ricky had her number. Why would he make a video about her instead of calling her? So it looked like she's doing the same thing. Why don't you call Jozitube? So she actually called her, you guys. And obviously on YouTube, we do have people here that are really invested in having peace in this space, especially as we work as women. And I know that Usilia Mutweneng is one of those people, you know. And when I had an issue here on YouTube going on, Usilia was one of those people. We were not talking outside of YouTube in terms of like Instagram, Facebook. But that time I received an Instagram. She went and found me and sent me an Instagram message, sent me a Facebook message, a very nice one, very matured one, which changed the way that I was feeling about the situation at that time. So I wasn't surprised that when Celia had made that post where she had mentioned Jozitube and Owamie, there was one post that made Josie Tube actually rethink the situation. She said that she felt like that's when the shift happened, when it came to this beef, where she felt like she needed to do something to fix the situation. So I'm glad that somebody called, because sometimes when you have a conflict with somebody, the issue would be who's gonna pick up the phone first. So I commend Owamie that she did pick up the phone and call Jozitube. I'm glad that they settled it between the two of them. They are fine now. Okay, now the moving forward, Jozitube says, because on the live that she did where she was explaining, the one that is named The Truth According to, she said, yes, the live that she did before the apology, she said on that live, after Owamie had taken or used her audio on her video without crediting her. Remember, I had said on my video that there is that issue that people are not paying attention to, that Owamie has actually taken audio from Jozitube's channel and used it, and there's no credit on that video. And she felt Jozitube that, okay, if you can do that, then Nami, I should be free to do whatever video about you that I want to do. It wasn't like it was a mean-spirited, like people are saying right now that Jozitube was just jealous of Owamie. She doesn't express it that way. She just says that she just felt like she's free to do whatever video that she could do, since she could use her audio and not even credit her on that. So now they're at a point where they have made up in a friendship. I did not hear Jozitube saying Owamie maybe apologized for the audio. I don't think that the audio was even mentioned in the conversation, but I wasn't part of the conversation. But I know that in terms of what happened with Jozitube releasing that video where she said what offended Owamie, and Owamie releasing her video, they did resolve that. So they are okay with each other. Jozitube does mention towards the end of her life that in a way she does feel like now she's captured, because yes, they're back to being cool with each other. Now moving forward, it's gonna be hard for her to now jump on stories that have to do with Owamie, because now we're gonna be looking at her like, girl, you've made up with your friend, why are you still making videos about your friend? You know, and I can see that, because then it's gonna be like, here she goes again with videos. It's unlikely that we're going to get any videos about Owamie from Jozitube. So in a way, when she says good, it's like she's captured now. In a way, she's captured in a friendship, because I think moving forward she has to make a choice on whether her friendship with Owamie is more important than ama views ala YouTube, because khona lento ekuthiwa ama views ala YouTube. Okay, so yes, you guys, I guess the beef, when people are fighting, here on YouTube we will get involved because we are going to we are going to talk about it, and we're going to put our opinions on it, and we are going to put our commentary on it, and you might not like it. We must mind our own business. We're never gonna mind our own business here on YouTube, because the job is to mind other people's business. Whether you like what my opinion is on the situation or you don't, that's another thing. You might not like it, but I do feel like when those two people that we're fighting have made up, then we have to accept now they've made up, and we have to accept it peace. We can't even though certain my questions about certain things, what about this and what about this and what about that, but at the end of the day, the two that we're fighting, Kespan or Pretty Ugly, but kodwa-ke guys, when it comes to into eyamaninja angazi soyenze njani thina this mob justice yala ku-YouTube, because it's a lot, you guys. Like I say, I posted a link. Honestly, when I was posting the link with the video that had Ife's Jozitube, it was just for me to say, listen, I'm not part of this situation. This is the person. I'm not here, because people were thinking I'm here. But I manage my comment section, so before the post appears in public, I approve them. The amount of comments I had to delete, people going off on her about things that had nothing to do with what she said, about her looks, her family, I'm like, so I'm like, sometimes it's like, it really is like YouTube mob justice. Like, they wanna come after this person. Now they've forgiven each other. Are those, let's assume it was the ninjas, because honestly it might not be the ninjas. Let's assume all of those people that were on her were ninjas. Now they've forgiven each other. Are they going to come and say, sorry, Jozitube, that comment was inappropriate, like the one who was making an inappropriate comment about her losing her baby? Are they going to come back and say that? The people that made comments about how she looks, are they going to come back and say sorry about that? You're not going to find a video Owamie on your Jozitube's channel. Probably Owamie she won't make any more videos, because obviously the situation is settled. Sometimes as viewers, comment on what the issue is. If Ntando esho into ongayithandi, comment kulento Ntando ayishilo angayithandi. Musu commenta ngenwele kaNtando, musu commenta ngekhala likaNtando, musu commenta ngomqala kaNtando, musu commenta yes. Comment ngalento ngisho ukuthi Ntando angiyizwa lento oyishoyo, then lapho we can have a conversation. Nina nivele nifuna umuntu kum-attack nje because umuntu ukhulume ngomuntu lo umthanda. Anyway, it's a lesson for all of us, guys. Thank you. Jozitube credits Sila Mtweneng a lot in terms of them making peace, because she feels like she's one person that impacted the way that she was thinking at the time and touched her heart, and it made her see the situation different. And I do think that we do need abantu abafana noSila in on this community. Like I said, guys, she has approached me, and at the time we were not talking, so we didn't even have a back and forth. She just sent me a long message. I read that message. It made me feel a certain kind of way. I said thank you so much, sis. It ended there, but the way that I felt moving forward, because of the words that she had written to me, it made me feel different about the situation. So I really feel like we do need people like her in this space, because it just made so much difference. So when she said that she was the one that made her think different, I was like, I have no doubts, because I know how Celia is. Anyway, you guys, you can watch our stream that we did last week, our live stream that we did last week. I do get to have a conversation with Sila Mtweneng, and it was a great conversation, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Peace. Siqala a new week with peace. Okay, we are going to talk about ama beef amasha this week. Thank you so much for joining. Please like it before upumeke on a video, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngimthanda kakhulu.